balancing tradition and modernity. This has been one of the hallmarks of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. On one hand, he has championed the cause of space exploration by ISRO, with Chandrayaan-3 being the big success of this country. He has also brought the global semiconductor giants under one roof in India in order to study the prospects of how India can emerge as the global hub of the semiconductor industry. On the other hand, we have seen the Prime Minister meditating in a cave in Kedarnath and also meditating for 45 long hours at the Vivekananda Rock Memorial earlier this year. Mr. Narendra Modi combines both tradition and modernity because of the dual objectives of his government. Number one, to drive India to be the third largest economy in the world, but also revive India as the spiritual capital of the world. The spiritual ethos of India needs to come to the world stage. How does Mr. Narendra Modi do this? Let us speak to some experts to understand this phenomenon.
भारत भी एक शक्ति संचय करके शक्तिशाली राष्ट्र बने, इस सपने को लेकर के आगे बढ़े, इसी प्रार्थना के साथ आप सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
I'm joined by India's G20 Sherpa, Mr. Amitabh Kant. Sir, the way the Prime Minister works, it's a very good blend of, in a way, modernity and tradition. We have seen him take, the way the G20 was held or being involved in the Chandrayaan mission, for example. How would you describe your experience of, working with the Prime Ministers, watching his style when it comes to the modernity part of his entire working style?
So I think the Make in India initiative or the Startup India initiative or the opening up of the space sector for private sector and geospatial drones in a very, very big way, or the recent announcement of small modular reactors in the budget would not have happened but for the Prime Minister's vision and his big vision of the young people of India playing a very critical role in the development and growth of India. And when we started the Startup India movement, there were just about 156 startups in India. Today there are 140,000 startups. There are 142 unicorns in India. So he's given a huge impetus, a great inspirational figure for driving young entrepreneurship and opening up the defense sector for manufacturing. And you see IDEX, where a number of young people have driven growth and progress. And look at what has happened in digitization. Look at all these young startups who've become great national assets, who are 50% of this real-time fast transactions are all happening in India. From fast payments, we moved to giving online credit. Then we took stock market into tier 2, tier 3 cities. And then from stock market, we've moved to insurance, all within 30 seconds to 1 minute. That infrastructure creation, that push for private sector play in a very big way has all been his vision, his drive, his enthusiasm.
One of the most modern things I believe the PM has also done is UPI. You go anywhere and you can see how the UPI has become a revolution in India.
So that's what I was saying, the digital transaction. He made us do 100 digital melas in 100 days, one after another. And I had my own doubts about that. But PM said, no, 100 days, 100 digital melas. And when I look back, that is how the momentum was created. We were able to bring all the banks together, the RBI together, all the startups together, all the government departments. We taught them the art of doing fast payments. And that's how India grew. And UPI became the base on which all these lending, insurance, taking stock markets, from 30 seconds to 1 minute is our transaction time, whereas it used to take us 6 to 7 months to open a bank account, know your customer. That has been the transformational story of India.
On the other hand, if you see this, the Prime Minister has also had this very strong rooting in spirituality, keeping India's core traditions alive. You see him going to Vivekananda Rock Memorial, to Kedarnath. You think that is also a concerted kind of a strategy to say that, okay, India also has a glorious past which needs to be reflected?
So that's inherent in him, yoga, meditation, cutting himself from the world for a while and introspecting. That's part of his personality, and that's what makes him a great leader. His ability to listen, the patience with which he listens. I have never seen him telling anybody that cut it out or I do not have time. He's at great patience always to listen. He's one of the best listeners in the world. He absorbs everything. That is a great quality to my mind. And when he does not understand, he's not shy of saying that, please explain it again, please explain it again. So his ability to absorb every single thing, learn, master it, and then take a decision has what has enabled him to be a visionary leader and a progressive thinker.
A patient listener, a person who keeps India's core values alive and also is responsible for, in a way, driving the modernistic part of India like UPI, which has become a revolution in the country. That was Mr. Amitabh Kant explaining the facets of Prime Minister personality to CNN News 18.